Hello, everyone. This is Tyler with Massage AME again. This is a topic about the human body, very relevant to massage therapy. So stick around, and I hope you find this information useful, or at least edifying in some way. So this topic is somewhat of a serious one, although there is some humor probably to be had in it, maybe for some of you. But the human body is a very curious thing, and it certainly intrigues me because, well, it's what I work with often as a massage therapist, the human body, right? And I remember going to school for all of this. Um, in our the Western mindset here in America, it usually is modesty is protected as much as possible. That's usually how things go, right? And we learn about how to drape the body properly in order to protect one's modesty and make them feel comfortable, because that's just how things are in this culture, right? And over the years, I've met people from around the world, and I've learned about things that may be taboo to us, may not be taboo to others. There's different perspectives on the human body, and um, nudity may not be a big deal to some others. Shoot, even within my own culture, that is true. Not everybody sees it the same way, but there are typically some things that people generally consider to be the norm for how things should be done. So I am by no means trying to persuade anybody to think about this one way or the other. I'm not making an argument for either side of it. This is just merely a commentary, just things I have noticed, perspectives, and so hear me out if you wish. And yes, if you're already distracted by it, I'm quite aware of what's going on with this plant right here. Um, It wasn't like that when I got it. It's it's struggling, I know, but there's some new growth coming in that might there might be some new blossoms coming through. So I'm not giving up on it yet. I probably should do some pruning, but we'll get to that eventually. But anyway, that's besides the point. I just wanted to get that out of the way for anybody who may be distracted by it. But when uh when considering the human body, well, first of all, I just want to say my opinion is, you know, there's a lot of beauty in it, if you'll allow me to say so, because we are just fascinating creatures the way we're designed. And having also taught anatomy courses, it just made me have that much more of an appreciation for our design and how we work and everything. And there's so many different types of bodies out there, so many different landscapes, and I can honestly tell you that no two people are exactly the same. That's one of the things I find fascinating about the career of massage therapy is there really isn't um the it doesn't get monotonous, in other words. I'm not working on the same stuff over and over again or the same person. So there's something different to behold or to be had for every individual out there. And what's funny though about being a massage therapist is there's almost like this curse in a way, or maybe it's somewhat of an occupational hazard, which is how much more aware it makes you of your own body as well. There's some things I'll just notice about myself, like an ache or a pain or something just doesn't feel properly balanced, that I may not have thought about, before having been a therapist. It's just kind of funny how that works. And I've heard other colleagues say the same thing. It's like I never thought about that stuff until I became a massage therapist. So, but at any rate, I think what I've learned the most about everybody is they just need to know that they're comfortable and that you're not passing judgment on them. Because I've worked with people, they're very self-conscious about having somebody touch them, very self-conscious about revealing their body at all. And have I worked on people who remained fully clothed? Yeah, I have. And that's fine. I meet people where they're at, whatever that may be. So, what I have noted though about, let's say, people from Europe, primarily Sweden, um, they tell me that they don't view nudity as something to be, well, wrong, I guess, maybe for lack of better words, or maybe want a better words. It's just not a big deal to them. They don't think about it the same way that Americans perhaps would. Not to say that, you know, I'm not trying to get on this topic of shame and whether or not we should have it. So, but I just found it fascinating that to them it's just that's just what it is. You have what you have, and we tend to sexualize the body, I think, a lot here in the States, and maybe that's part of our problem. Um, why did I get on this subject to begin with? Well, let me tell you, interesting story. I remember I was just sitting in my living room one afternoon, and I happened to look out the window, and I have a view of the community pool. I saw a gal. She was walking towards the pool. She had a top on, a shirt, but she was not wearing anything else underneath that. I got a full view of some cheek. And yeah, she's walking towards the pool. And I could tell she was trying to somewhat cover herself up because she kind of kept pulling down the shirt. But there was plenty of view of some cheek. And when she came back, she was covered with some kind of bikini bottom. And no, it wasn't like a thong bikini incident. Like, no, this was full blown nudity, man. I was getting a full view. And it got me thinking about the taboos of the human body. And there's someone I know, they actually made a funny joke about something like that because they noticed that, well, it seems like girls are wearing their shorts higher and higher, guys are wearing their pants lower and lower. So eventually, why not even, they just won't even bother wearing pants, right? Why wear them at all? And well, maybe he's right. Maybe that is, actually what we're coming down to is just don't even wear pants anymore. So yeah, that was interesting, but all the same, you know, I've like I said, I've come into contact with thousands of people, and everybody has a different perspective on it. Now in my career as a professional, I'm always, being concerned about modesty and that being protected and following the rules and the guidelines because that's just how things are here. But I have heard of such things though in other parts of the world where it's just like, don't even bother having sheets or a blanket covering anybody. So I've heard of such things. And if you care to comment on that, if you know anything about it, please by all means do so. Um, but I think what I want to get at ultimately is, um, I'm not saying be overly confident in your body, but understand that you are what you are. And when you get a massage, the responsibility of the massage therapist is not to be overly concerned about, or they shouldn't be concerned at all, really, about what you look like. That's not what they're there for. And I've had to make that point to many people over the years, which is I'm not concerned about what you look like. When people they'll just outright say it. It's like, I'm sorry about even not shaving legs or I might be difficult to work on. I'm a larger person, or I think I'm really skinny, so maybe it might be hard to work on some areas of my body. And I'm being a little vague, but the because people have openly expressed to me something that they actually really are. Um, there's something about their body that they don't feel comfortable with. They actually find it kind of revolting about themselves. But I want massage therapists and clients alike to understand that That is not what this field is about, and so you need to let go of that, you know, just don't be judging the way people look. Don't be judging yourself, don't be too hard on yourself, and, you know, just it's all about trying to heal, trying to help people have a better quality of life, and I look forward to doing this for many, many more years, you know, what else can I say? Um, and so will we see a future where people won't wear pants anymore? I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a funny joke as we observed, the cultural shifts and what became more normal for, fashion, you know, clothing or whatever that may be. It is interesting, different cultural perspectives on the whole thing. So anyway, if you have any thoughts or comments on that, please feel free to go ahead and leave one down below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for those of you who have been supporting this channel. It means a lot to me. I do put work into this stuff. And yeah, there's more to come. I hope to get some more bodywork videos out soon. It's just been, you know, life happens. You get busy, sidetracked, but all the same, I try to make sure I get some content out for people who do regularly view. So thank you once again and stay tuned. Hello everyone again. This is Tyler here. Well, I wanted to show you that I've gotten my dough here started for the sourdough. For those of you who have been paying attention to what's been going on the channel lately. So I got this thing going and gave it some shape. So now I'm just letting it rest. It's gonna go through a little more fermentation, and then eventually we have to shape it and all that business. But yeah, there you go. So I think, well, it looks okay to me anyway, but I'm really not too sure what this is supposed to look like ultimately. It's the first time I've done it. So we'll see what the end result will be.